Hi, I'm Jale, welcome to my channel. Today's pick a card is going to be another timeless pick a card, so whatever time you decide to watch this video, it is, or the information will be valid, okay? As with any general reading, please take what resonates and leave the rest. If you decide one of the piles does not resonate with you, maybe pick another pile, watch another video, or alternatively watch another reader. Thank you so much. So today's pick a pile is going to be, what messages or message does your spirit team, so spirit guides, angels, helpers, loved ones in spirit, want you to know, or even star family? Okay, so we've got 5 piles today. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the piles in a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. Obviously, if you need some time to pick, pause the video, focus in onto your intuition via your heart center, and then just choose the pile that you feel most drawn to. Obviously, I'll be showing you those in a moment, and I'll be putting timestamps into the description box so you can obviously forward on to the pile that you resonate with the most. Okay guys, so I'll show you the piles now and let's see what spirit would like to say. Okay guys, so these are the 5 piles from left to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Obviously, if you do need to pause the video, by all means do pause it and pick your pile. So from left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4 and number 5 being this one here. Okay. Hi pile 1, so if you've picked this pile, I'm just going to lay your cards out now. I haven't had a chance to look at them yet because I obviously want to get sort of fresh insight when I do turn them over. But what I will say is, when I was actually doing the pre-shuffling and tuning into the energy, I did manage to write some notes, okay, because I didn't want to forget the information that I was being given at the time. Interestingly, I heard the word dainty, so I don't know if that's, I don't know, a significant word, a situation, but I just heard the word dainty. So maybe you're being told you're dainty, I don't know, but for 1 or 2 of you I feel like maybe that would resonate, so I made a note. And I also heard the word easy does it, okay, or the phrase easy does it. So the other thing they also showed me was, it's like I wanted to say about an obstacle and they're just saying you can do this, just you must have faith, and that's just come through again. You must have faith. It's like it's nothing you haven't been able to deal with before or overcome, they're saying. So I don't know if you've had quite a lot of, they're saying issues maybe, that you've had to work through and you've been overcoming, but they're just saying we've got you. We've really got you here. So just make sure that, there's a lot of cards here. So I'm just slowly putting them all down so I can have a look at what's going on. Yeah, so just make sure that obviously, you know, you must keep that faith. They just kept saying that over and over and over again. Yeah, they're just saying there's nothing you haven't done before. They're just saying, for goodness sake, whatever you do, don't give up your faith, because it's like, they're showing me here someone that's looking and not expecting something, and you'll be rewarded for that. It's almost like when you let your guard down, they'll be able to show you. Someone's got very high walls up. It could be more than one of you, very, very high defensive walls up. And they're saying that the more you open up your energy, the more information you'll get and clarity, and then you'll be able to obviously recognize that they do have your back, and things will sort of flow a little bit more smoothly for you. Yeah, and they're also saying about relationships, don't give up faith in the relationship, and that's for 1 or 2 of you. I also picked up, when I picked up one of the cards here, I think it was, yeah, I think it was one of these cards over here. One of these, I'll show you that in a minute. I had a real sacral chakra kind of pit of my stomach worry around emotional things. And I'm hearing emotional ties. You might want to ask Archangel Michael to, you know, ask for any negative cords, attachment ties to be released. They just kept saying, don't worry, over and over and over again. With 1 or 2 of these cards, yeah, especially this card here, the financial constraints one. This card in particular really came through as don't worry. I'm not sure you can see that, but let me just wait for that to tune in. That shows the financial constraints there. It's showing a door with the cupboards being bare, so maybe you are really worried about these types of issues around your finances here, okay? But that came through again. It was the pit of my stomach there. It was like a literal, they're just saying don't worry. That came through really, really strong. When I was pulling some tarot as well, I saw a glimpse of the Wheel of Fortune, and the Death card came up. So I feel like you are definitely going through quite a lot of issues here. This is the Wild Unknown deck, because we've also got in the Wisdom Energy card, Wisdom Oracle cards, we've got regeneration as well. So there's definitely something on the change here. There's definitely some kind of transitional energy that we've got going on. Not that you can actually see these cards, but yeah, very strong regenerational energy. Okay, we've also got the Burden card here. So it could be that you're possibly looking out for others and putting yourself secondary, because we've also got the Balancing Act here. It could be that you're a very strong empath and that you're absorbing a lot of this energy, and it's like you're putting yourself second. Yeah, I feel like you have had quite a lot of disruption going on around you, and they're saying don't give up. They just keep saying don't give up. All right. Now, first of all, we've got the ebb and flow. So they're saying this is a bit of a cycle, but you must be open, because I feel like what they're saying here is when we're kind of, I thought I'm hearing batten down the hatches. When we're in that energy, I totally get it. Like, obviously you're trying to protect yourself, but at the same time, it is potentially restricting other information and messages coming through, 8 of Wands, okay, that Spirit want to give. And the reason they're saying this is, it's like, again, we've got 2 Death cards now, and Death is about transformation. Okay, they're saying this will pass. This will absolutely pass. Yeah, the financial side of things, that's going to kind of ease off. It is a balancing act at the moment, but it's about, they're asking you to learn between when you're, I mean, look, essentially when you're obviously alone and by yourself in your own kind of space, maybe you don't get enough of space and that's why you're not able to do that. Learn to remove those boundaries, because your energy is a bit closed up at the moment, for some of you, and they want to be able to give you blessings. Look at this message here. Look how beautiful this message is here. We're helping to bring a little luck your way because you deserve it. All right. And obviously with the bears, they go into that hibernation mode, and they kind of, sort of up in the winter, they try and have all these kind of protective measures and instincts in order to ensure they have enough. But this is coming from a lack, again, that kind of financial constraints. If you're viewing things that it's not going to change, or you've got a lack, or there isn't enough of something to go around, then essentially just be very careful what you're kind of putting out there, essentially. Okay, now you've got some amazingly positive cards here. First of all, we've got the 8 of Cups, which is about walking away from something. Okay, it could be something emotional. All right, but we've got so many. We've also got the Focus card here. Okay, so really try and focus in on your intentions about what it is you want. Okay, sorry about the fact that you can't actually see this. The light's going a bit crazy because I've got all Spirit are kind of trying to, right, so this is the crystal card Focus. All right, but we've got some amazingly transformational cards here. Okay, we've got the 9 of Cups, which is about abundance, and as you can see, this lady has harvested these crops, these goods. All right, and she's got her bounty in front of her. This is a very kind of manifestational energy, a very strong energy coming through. But we've also got the 8 of Wands. This is about creativity here. Is it 8 of Wands? Yeah, Ace of Wands, sorry. This is about a gift of passion. It's about a new start, a new beginning, an inspirational beginning. It's about that creative energy that is transformational because of the spark it gives us. And I feel, again, around my sacral chakra, which is just around the stomach there, it's creating this, it's like, I want to say, you must understand you've got a lot of backing here that are trying to draw you out of this. Now, we've also got the Sin and Karma card. Now, this is not to say, oh my goodness, you've done so, oh, you this is your, what you get for this. It doesn't work like that. This is basically saying that, because look, this man's hands are shackled, all right? Can you see? and he's got an audience observing. Please be kind to yourself. Okay, this doesn't mean to say you've done something wrong and this is your karma. Maybe you're viewing yourself as, I deserve it, you know, I don't really have anything else to really give, and so of course I deserve these things. No, it's like you must be kind to yourself. You must be kind to yourself, because this is, again, don't just be very careful what energy you're drawing into you. And we've also got the sort of crossroads card here. Okay, so someone is really trying to second guess what way they're going. Spirit are just saying, choose you. All right, choose yourself, because you'll always gain something back. And we've also got the being carefree card here, which is about releasing that stronghold of worry, concern, okay, and just basically resigning, kind of, you know, to spirit, trusting the process. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it says being carefree on the bottom there. And there's a woman who's in these kind of, she's very open energetically, all right? She's very kind of open to spirit. She's very open to abundance, open to blessings. Now, you could sit there and say, well, I'm also open to that, but I've had a really difficult time. Yes, but this is on its way. This is about buckling down to learn, okay, and to make sure that your energy's open. This is the transformation card, okay? This is the butterfly maiden. So if you feel like you can't really trust people around you, or you're a bit scared of opening that energy up, just make sure that when you're alone that you do keep that energy open, because they just keep saying they're trying to get through. They're trying to say things. They're trying to give you signs, but your energy isn't open, or not open enough for the same vibration, to match in vibration for them to get this information through. Now, interestingly, this is the photo's just fallen again, but there was one card here. Which one was it? Yeah, it was it this one? Yeah, it was this one. This is the Eight of Cups, okay? This is the Prism of Visions Tarot, okay? Now, when I was pulling this deck, when I was obviously doing the pre-shuffle and obviously asking God, the guides, spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones, star family, what messages they had, I've got a photograph of me and my family at Christmas that fell down, and I've just literally placed these cards down and it's fallen down again. Now, because it's got my grandfather in it, it could be that you've got a grandfather that is trying to get through to you. There could be also a significance around Christmas for you, like memories, something. Maybe you are feeling like you're going to be alone for Christmas, or you're trying to desperately save for Christmas, and there's this massive worry and anxiety around having Christmas, or what am I going to do for Christmas, guys? Not that you can read it, but it says, we are helping to bring you a little bit of luck, all right? We're helping to bring you a little bit of luck your way, because you deserve it. You must have this faith. So again, when you're alone by yourself, if you want to sort of, you know, when you're not around other people, and you know it's safe to open up, because obviously you might be empathic. You could be someone with a very strong healing ability, and you feel like doing that around people is just overwhelming for you. Take some space, alone time if you can get it, and just open your energy back up again, because it's like you're in this kind of like a little bit, there's an anxious energy to this. What other information, guys, do you want to give them for pile one? So there's also talk about someone traveling. That's interesting, because we do have the Ace of Wands cards here as well. I'm hearing travel. There could be someone coming from a distance to see you, that wants to see you. It could be to do with a relationship. It could be someone that wants to discuss the future of the relationship. Again, they just keep saying have faith. You must have faith. Let me just see what else they want to say here. You can get through this. You can get through this, yeah. We've also got the Grail Knight here, which is about romance, illusions, and seeking the sacred. All right, so maybe you've had it this bad, where you've been literally just kind of begging for help and sort of saying, look, please help me here. Please help me understand what's going on. I don't understand this. I'll give you the information they want me to pass on. Wow, I've got some very strong, you could have a religious background as well, because I'm seeing someone's guide stepping forward here who is the most amazing energy. I'll be really honest with you. She's coming forward as a religious figure who is extraordinarily, the energy is kind of insane, in a very good way. Yeah, it's like it's a lady. It's one of your guides. You must believe in yourself. You must believe in yourself. You must believe in yourself. This is because, again, we've also got the wasp here, which is anger, retaliation, jealousy. Maybe you've had that. Maybe you feel a bit misunderstood. Maybe you feel a bit misunderstood around people, and it's like you shut yourself off a little bit because you don't know whether or not you'll be judged or whether or not you'll be understood. But this lady is, she says she's here for you. Okay, so this pile, if you want to, when you watch this reading, just sit and have a conversation and just say out loud, you know, any concerns, wishes, guidance. This lady is going to, I'm hearing she is going to impart her wisdom. She's going to allow you to feel the energy she's trying to show to me, which is unbelievably insane. It's like, but it's amazing. It's like totally pure. I mean, look, there's nothing like it on the earth plane. I'm totally honest with you. Okay, kids, animals, you know, your favourite tree, your favourite hobby, yeah, but this is like a step up. This is just like, wow. This is kind of the kind of vibe where you walk into a church and it's like there's like a choir that's just kind of lighting up your heart chakra. It's that kind of vibe. She's laughing now, but yeah, you must focus. Look, we've got crystals here, so it may be that you want to sort of maybe purchase some crystals. Obviously, don't break the bank if you don't have the money, but rose quartz, amethyst. I'm seeing a lot of amethyst. Let's see if I can get this to... Some very beautiful energy here, but this is the transformation card that I couldn't show you earlier, okay? The butterfly maiden, you are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. So again, we've got death here, we've got death there. Maybe you suffered with anger, people with anger towards you, or there was jealousy and there was burdens, financial constraints. There's a transitional energy with this, ebb and flow. They're saying make sure that you're asking and saying thank you for your blessings, because there's a reward within that also. So maybe you have not so bad a day and you want to thank them for the fact that they did maybe give you something that you weren't expecting. You probably already do that, but it's a really great way for them to see that you are really connected to them. Let me just see what else I want to say here. I want to say as well, you could be religious. You could be religious. This is a religious lady. She's saying you are a child of God. Now, obviously, if you're not religious, take it as it resonates. Maybe this is let me just ask, are you a family member here, or are you... this is someone's guide, okay? This is a spokesperson guide that stepped forward that wants to give... This is her energy is amazing. Like... Because this is the interesting thing here, okay? It says something about sin and karma on this card, and we've got a nun. So it could be that maybe you are sat beating yourself up for something you feel like you've done. It could be that maybe you did something and you're just sat there going, well, this is why it's happened. This is, you know, this is exactly what's happened here. I'm being punished. This lady is not at all in any way coming forward going, yeah, this is why we're doing it. She's like, you're a child of God. Forgive yourself. She's smiling. What a beautiful energy. She's saying you must forgive yourself. Now, this is probably not going to be for everyone, but she's saying the ones or two, you know, however many this is for, you must forgive yourself, because to not forgive yourself, you're essentially blocking your heart. But you must, like, this is coming through so strong. Okay, let me just get the book. Actually, I want to read this. Okay, so this is one of the conspiracy cards, and what a conspiracy is essentially like a subconscious thing here that is potentially blocking a blessing, okay? So this is a conspiracy card. It says, if you receive this card, it means you're caught in the root of all conspiracies against your purpose and are blind to the gifts that are necessary to carry it out. Whatever problems you have is just a symptom of an issue, okay? So it says the ego is doing everything in its power to keep you afraid and bound to it. If you avoid your purpose, you will avoid the giftedness, creativity, adventure, fulfillment that await you. It is time to embrace your purpose and receive the gifts and grace available to you right now. All right. So it could be that you are not acknowledging your gifts, your purpose. And this is to explain that in order to really embrace that, you can really do a lot because of the fact that you're open to the information, you're open to yourself, you're open to spirit. And this lady, again, she's just unbelievably sort of forgiving and wants to sort of show you that love and make you understand how worthy and how lovable you are, you know. Okay, so let's see. Now this is the second conspiracy card we had. And don't forget, the gift in these is being carefree. So once you release this, it is really going to help you to sort of move forward. So this is the sin and karma card here, okay? Now, obviously, we don't take that literally. We're just going to go to the book here and read from the book because that's what they want me to do with that. It says, if you receive this card, then you are trapped in a belief in sin or karma. This is always attacking and self-destructive. If you wish to see which of the two conspiracies you are caught in, specifically flip the card. If it lands face up, you have a sin conspiracy. Face down indicates a karma conspiracy. It is time to release these conspiracies because the ego is just using them to build itself and stop you from moving forward. It is time to give up these traps. They may make you act nicely and work hard, but as this is an attempt to pay off guilt, they never succeed. You are imprisoned in self-attack, unworthiness and sacrifice. The sin and karma conspiracy disempowers you and keeps you from the innocence that is part of your identity as spirit. As you learn, heal, unlearn and grow, you evolve towards a state of innocence and recognition of your spirit. If you want to give up your sin and karma conspiracy, notice how you're using this conspiracy and what purpose it serves you. What payoff does it have? What excuse does it give you? It is time for you to move forward. You have been trapped long enough. Ask for heaven's help to release all of your sin and karma conspiracies and any guilt or self-attack conspiracies that accompany them. All right, so again, this lady is ready to help. All right, that's what she's saying to me here. And don't forget, these gifts, we're here to help. Being carefree, 9 of Cups, Ace of Wands, transformation. All right, you know, you've got a heck of a lot of positive energy behind you here, and you can really do this. That deck, by the way, was the Chuck Spezzano Healing Cards deck that I used. All right, that was the deck that I was just using there. So hopefully that's been of some help. Par 1. Thank you for all your likes and your subscriptions. It's massively appreciated. I really do help this part. This information has helped you. Yeah, I post Monday to Friday. The next video will be Monday that I'll be posting. If you do have a request for a specific pick a card video, please do leave it in the information in the comments. If you want to contact me, information is in the description box. And yeah, have a wonderful evening, night, day. This is a timeless reading, so whatever time you're reading it or listening to this information, it will be valid. Take care, guys. Bye. Hi, pile 2. This is going to be your pick a card reading for what does your spirit team, guides, angels, helpers, star family, whoever has your highest and best interest, what information messages they have for you here. I'm just going to pull over the cards so I can see what exactly they would like to say. And then we will get on to the information here that is most needed to be given at this time. We had quite a few cards that came out with ancestors here. Let's just move that over. We're running out of space. There's quite a few cards. Bear with me. Let me just move these over. Let me just have a look what they want to say. I did actually channel a few other bits and pieces of information here. Because when I was shuffling the cards earlier, there was a lot of other messages that came through when I was just kind of getting, you know, the cards out. So I'll just go to those first, and then we'll get on with the cards that were pulled. So they're saying here, it says here, rise above any problems in relationships. Okay, now this was in the, yeah, it's like this was the card here. It was like someone's got, hang on, let me just, yeah, it was this card here. This is the denial card in the Healing Conspiracy deck. This is the deck by Chuck Spezzano. It's like maybe you're in denial about a certain situation here or a problem. Maybe you're sat there thinking, I can't rise above these problems in a relationship. It doesn't have to be all to do with relationships. It could be something else in general. They're just saying you can overcome these things. So maybe you're in denial, sat there going, no, you know, I can't look at this. And it's not because, you know, it's because everything is going to fall apart. It's probably because in order to acknowledge this, there is actually a problem that you can solve by acknowledging it. So rather than looking at something from denial going, well, this is going to end and nothing is ever going to happen with this and I might as well just turn my back and, you know, batten down the hatches and just pretend this isn't happening. It's like, if you acknowledge what you are in denial of, or what you're not wanting to really feel or allow to see, it's actually going to help the situation because you'll transition through it a bit quicker. They're saying yes, so they're all in agreement here. They're saying don't let it frighten you, this information or the experiences. Don't immediately think that because that's happened that everything is doomed to fail, or because there's a very strong kind of extreme energy with this here, with that card, because it flipped over. Yeah, it just totally flipped over, and it was really wanting to be acknowledged, that card, okay? And again, they want me to read from the book. One sec. I'm going to read from the book. Okay, so this is basically what it says in the book. It says, if you receive this card today, which is the denial card, it is important to reflect on your life. Just because you pretend that there is not a snake in the grass does not mean it is not there. Your defenses are holding your life back. If you use your higher mind's creativity, then you can fully examine whatever it is that you are pretending is not there. We are denying so many things that can be easily dealt with if we remember to allow in grace. Adopting the ostrich's approach will only keep your head buried while your rear end represents a target. Your denial conspiracy is related to the smallest conspiracy, where unworthiness self-concepts are really an attack on yourself. The more you deny, the more you carry baggage which interferes with your success, your relationships, and your life in general. Reflect on whether you are denying something from the past or something that you've carried into the present from the past. It is time to examine it with your higher mind and let it go. Carrying it around inside that just eats away with you. You have not only denied the issue, but you've also ignored the mind's corrective power. This denial of your own power is a self-attack that weakens only you. So again, it's kind of just saying that there is a two-sided thing here within this denial. Now, obviously, this is a general reading. If it doesn't resonate with you, then don't take it. I don't know what else to say here about this. Obviously, you know, you not liking the video, if that makes you feel any better, go ahead and do it. But pick another pile if it doesn't resonate, or pick another reader, you know. That's kind of what I want to say here, you know, again, denial. So, you know, I don't know how many more times I need to say these things, but clearly it doesn't register in people's ears. Okay, so again, if that doesn't resonate, don't take it. Okay, so back to pile 2 in general. So guys, you have a lot of decent energy here, okay? Let me just go to what else they wanted to say, the notes that I made. There's something similar in pile 3 with this deck, because pile 2's cards were trying to jump onto pile 3, so it might be that you might want to also watch pile 3. There's also a connection to Egypt in this pile. It could be that you had a past life in this pile. It could be that there was an issue from a past life that is essentially holding you back. Or is not so much holding you back, but is like a reoccurring theme. It could be to do with Lilith. Maybe you resonate with Lilith, but it's about the feminine here. Yeah, there was another card as well that was really wanting to be looked at, and I made notes on all of these ones. So let me just see which card it was. I think, oh my goodness, yeah, look, this is the, yeah, look, we've actually got, we've got Mart, which is actually an ancient Egyptian goddess here, okay, and it says fairness. Now the fairness card was in the reverse. It says this situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. Maybe you are feeling like something is unfair that's been going on with you and it hasn't been acknowledged. They're acknowledging it, okay? So this is not to say that you know, by any means deserve this situation. It's just to say that there might not have been fairness in a certain situation, but they're seeing it, okay? Now, I can feel a very strong anger around this energy. What they're saying is don't take matters into your own hands. Now, obviously, it's great to kind of, you know, draw your boundaries in the sand and make sure that you are being, you know, honoured in that way. But they're saying if you're starting to do anything, maybe with a bit of magic, be careful. I wouldn't recommend that. They're saying no, let us deal with it. Universal order, you know. It's like essentially when you're, look, my kind of, this is obviously from them, but also this is my opinion as well, because I totally agree with them. you're basically, by doing that kind of magic, is you're basically saying, and again, if this is not for you, if you don't resonate with that, then just don't take it. But essentially what you're saying when you're doing these kind of magical spells that, you know, are a bit like, you know, I want this, or this person did this to me, let's do an attack or whatever. And if you're sat there going, well, it wasn't to do with that, it was to do with this is the same thing. It's like you're essentially saying you don't trust the universe to rectify the issue, so you're taking it into your own hands. Now, by doing that, you're also sat there saying, well, actually, I don't think the universe is going to help me out here, so I'm not interested, I'm going to do it myself. What you're actually doing is you're creating another boundary, and because you're saying, I don't trust spirit, which is then closing your energy off, which means what happens if they then give you a blessing? Are you saying you don't want that either? Because it can't work both ways. So maybe you're going to sit there and totally disagree with me on that, and that's fair enough. That's entirely up to you. Again, take what resonates and leave the rest. This was the card, imagine, that really was jumping out to the point where it just wouldn't sit still. It's the Imagine card, and it was just a very strong kind of message that Spirit wanted to give. Okay, so it's like, try and really, maybe not sort of focusing on the negative there. Try and focus on maybe what it is you do want, because then again, you'll manifest that. Maybe you've got very, very strong manifestation abilities. Sorry about the fact that this is not focusing. Maybe you've got extraordinarily strong manifestation abilities. And they're trying to get you to understand how strong that is and how to manifest things. Because at the moment, we've got the Intention card in the reverse. Okay, so it could be that you're not having these blessings through, and you're sat there going, well, why? What's stopping me? What's going on? Why is this not happening? Why is this not fair? You must allow Spirit to do what they need to do, because I'm hearing from someone's Spirit guide, they're not listening to me. They're not listening. Now, a lot of you this could apply to, because someone's definitely not listening. All right. Let's see what else. Yeah, we've got also the Hostilities card here. So again, this relates to what I was saying earlier. It could be that you're trying to take matters into your own hands, and you're getting bogged down into this kind of fighting battle. And it's like they're saying, just focus on what it is you do want, not on what it is you don't want. We've also got the Moonlight card here, which is the Moon. So again, there could be an illusion, fantasy, confusion here with this card. Maybe, again, you're practicing certain things. Again, we've got the Five of Wands here. This could be secrets. This also could be competition. Okay, Five of Wands could be arguments over maybe, someone that's got options, or over your options. We've got the Seven of Cups there. What they're saying here is, if you do not trust upstairs, how can they actually help you? All right. Now, if you're sat there going, okay, well, this wasn't fair. None of this is fair. Why is it not fair? What's going on? Why is it not fair? You've pulled the Ace of Cups in reverse. All right. If you're sat from that energy saying, this isn't fair, I don't want to do this, what's going on? And I get it. Like, I'm not saying that I don't resonate with that. I'm just saying there's a different way of doing this. You're essentially, again, there's an Ace of Cups that wants to be upright here with this card, all right? It wants to desperately be upright, but it can't, because you're essentially pouring out your own cup, because you're sat there going, I'm going to take this into my own hands. I'm going to set my intentions, but you're not doing it from a heart space that is loving and a forgiveness energy. You're doing it in this Ten of Swords energy, which is, I've been stabbed in the back and I'm going to go and, run after what it is I want. You're doing it from this whole, Four of Cups energy, which is, I wanted something and I wasn't given it. If you're coming from a place of lack, unfortunately, they're going to give you more of that. You've got to be very careful of what intentions you're putting out there. Okay. Now, again, because we've got the Ten of Swords and also we've got the World card. This is about your guys trying to tell you to change how you're doing this, because it's not working. All right. And they want to give you the blessings. In fact, we've got the Two of Gabriel here as well. All right. So this is about the Two of Wands. It's about a choice between the old and the new, the old way of doing things and the new way of doing things. All right. Now, what else do you want to show me here? What else do you want to show me? Yeah, look, we've got the Hierophant. It says the divine guidance, the search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. This Hierophant is also very strong spiritual and or religious support guidance, and they're saying you can have all of this, but you just have to recalibrate how you're doing it. And I'm getting if you're not all witches, that's fine, but I'm getting a really strong witch vibe off this. And they're just saying, I'm getting my guide and your guide is not happy, because it's like, I'm just listening to what they're saying. You're not filling your own cup up. You're doing it from a place. If you were to sit and do an abundance spell, slightly different, but there's someone's doing something here, but they're doing it from a place of fear and anger, and it's blocking you, because it's not going to the other person. It's coming back to you immediately, because they're trying to draw you out of this. They don't want you to do it. All right. They are around you. We've got presence card here. They are all around you at this time. They're all trying to help you with this, okay? And it says, in Golden Atlantis, the people focused on the delight of the moment. They lived in the now, so there was no tenses or words for past or future, because every feeling and thought contributes to creating the future. The Atlanteans automatically built one that was happy and benign. Furthermore, because they were emotionally present for other people, everyone felt acknowledged and cared for. Live in the now. Your guidance is to be fully present emotionally as well as physically for yourself and others today. The past is gone, and churning about it is wasted energy. The future is yet to be written for you to manifest it with your current thoughts. Make sure your mind is positive and constructive. Yes, guys. Like, I couldn't have put it any better. Like, thank you, you know? And again, say thank. This is the thing. This is the difference between manifesting and not manifesting. Because if you're not thanking them, like, I'll be really honest with you. I mean, I haven't had the easiest run. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and bleat on about it, because it is what it is. It was my path, right? And trust me, it took me a long time to sit and thank them, because I was kind of like, thanks. But thank you, because otherwise, how would I have learned any of this? I wouldn't have. There was a blessing in it. But you get to a point sometimes when you don't want to look at these things because you're so angry or whatever. Utilize it for your good, guys. Honestly, I cannot express how powerful that is, because if you do, unlimited, you're going to strike gold with the manifestation here. You are going to absolutely strike gold. The cup will be upright, because you filled your own cup up, right? And guess what else card you got? The Enlightenment card. A very, very, very powerful card. This is designed to show you, not that you can actually see that because the webcam's going all weird. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to read it. It says, in Golden Atlantis, the people were all enlightened beings who achieved this state of divine illumination by living serene, contemplative lives, honouring and respecting all people in the natural world. They maintained their high frequency by being in the moment, radiating love and appreciating all that they had. By holding positive attitudes and trusting the flow of life, they had a constant connection with the divine and knew they were part of the oneness, okay? So you're not being singled out. You're not, they're not saying you don't deserve any of this. They're just saying you have to look at this from a different perspective. They're saying being. Your guidance is to stop doing and striving. Forget about tomorrow. Just still your mind and be in the now. Wow. Same situation as the last card. In this quiet time, contemplate the wonders of life and appreciate all that you do have. Thanks again, Spirit confirming it. Including the opportunity for life on earth, your reward will be inner peace and a sense of divine connection. Amazing. Amazing cards, right? And then I've also got the Fire Fairy, creative action, optimism. So again, it's encouraging you to really utilize this strong fire energy for good, not channel it. If you can't release it, channel it, overcome it, view kind of, whenever we're doing healing work, it's really important to utilize it and release whatever isn't serving you, and then really channeling that energy out in another way, because don't use it for destructive means. I'm telling you, trust me, as someone who is I've got Mars in Aries, I've got an Aries Taurus cusp, and I've got Mercury in Aries, right? And I've also got a very strong North Node in a fire sign, and I've also got an ascendant in a fire sign. Guys, and I'm also half Turkish, right? So if you don't know, I've lived this. I've lived this. Best advice, this is from them. This is like, they're all laughing because they know I was a hot mess. Like, honestly, anything creative, art, music, singing, drawing, anything like that is going to be really good. Writing. Okay, so now we've got messages from heaven, right? It says, oh, this is so sweet. It says, hold us in your heart, not in your home. Okay, so again, if you're holding on to memories from past loved ones, maybe you've suffered a loss, okay, they're really asking you to kind of have a clear out at this moment. It's saying, be creative, look for ways to build, grow, and manifest. Again, another message of the similar kind here. Okay, so just be creative, look at other ways to manifest. Wow, this is another amazing message. It says, you are ready for a change of scenery, explore. Look at that amazing card with a little child holding a candle. There could be a child in spirit here, okay? It could be that you don't want to move because you don't want to leave the house because of the child's memory. This is your heads up to say this is time for you, all right? Bless your heart. Beautiful energy. This is a little angel. This is a little angel. I wasn't meant to be here. I wasn't meant to be here. I've got more work to do. They're coming back as well. They will be coming back, all right? I feel like if it's not around your family, it's going to be very close to you. This child is going to come back. They're saying they were never going to stay here permanently. They were never meant to. And I'm just hearing you must let go. Now I get it. It's very difficult whenever we've lost a loved one. I totally relate to you. I lost my grandfather 10 years ago, and he was my inspiration, my world. My heart went with him, but he helps me now, okay? And it's not just an everyday thing. He is everywhere. He helps me with my readings. He helps me with my own daily life. You have an angel who is helping you, who wants to show you that love from up there and bless you as best. I feel like there's going to be there's a few child energies. I want to say she, but it could be a he. They're saying there's more than one, okay? It could even be twins. I'll be really honest with you. I've just got this amazing energy that they're just trying to shower this energy onto you so you can feel it. Why can't you feel it? Someone's numb to it. Someone doesn't want to feel it. It's way too much. Way too much. All right? And I get it, because obviously that's very difficult. It's very difficult to sit and understand that. I mean, I'll be totally honest with you. That's how I got my mediumship ability. I refused to, and this is really selfish. I have to say this. I mean, I'm a bit embarrassed of this, but I'll be honest with you. When my granddad passed, I point blank refused to. I just refused to do anything until Spirit gave me mediumship abilities. Now, obviously, I had mediumship abilities from a young age, but I was just like, no, I want to speak to him. Like, okay, I'm hearing all these other people, but I want to speak to him. Granddad, where's Granddad? And they were like, you need to be very careful what you wish for. And then after that, I got insight messages all day, every day, 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. So anyway, just to know that they are very much working in your favour here, okay? And the second card, the other card is birds are messengers we use to connect with you. You could be having robins in your garden, but there is going to be birds that are going to be trying to give you messages, or feathers, okay, to show you that they are close, all right? And also the last card here is love, compassion, okay? Open your heart. You deserve love. This is not this is not something that is unachievable. It's like, it's not easy. This energy is not easy, because it does feel like you want to give up, and you want to just sort of, you just don't get the world. It's like, how could you take that away from me? You know, this is for the people who resonate with that energy, and I totally get you. Because I was the most stubborn human being for about 10 years or so. I'm also hearing, oh no, this is the next pile. Yeah, it's like I'll be really honest with you. It's like now, 10 years on, I really felt bad, because I was like, I've just kind of essentially made sure that he is never not around me. And like, that's not the right way of doing it. Because obviously he's a soul in his own entirety, and he's free to do as he pleases. Why should I, burden him with staying around all the time? And he actually did choose to not reincarnate again for that reason, which again I felt terrible for. But The reason I'm saying all this is because you can look. I'm not going to sit and say when you lose a loved one that it's the most easiest thing in the world, and you can sit and laugh about it, and it's all fun and games. This is a real test, okay? And I'm just going to be real with you, because it's like the strongest warriors will have these kind of ordeals to go through, and the fortitude that you gain from that and how you work over those obstacles is paramount, because I'm telling you now, it's the way you handle it that is going to be the test, because they want to see how you're going to move through that, how you're going to do it. Now, everyone's life path is different, but I'll be honest with you, when your heart cracks open like that, that's how I had one of my first awakenings, because it was like I was so broken down. The only way, I mean, essentially the light got in from my broken heart. And that was how I had my first awakening. And, you know, I'm still saying, was it worth it? Well, of course it was, because it was for the good of my higher self, my highest and best interest. But there is, I mean, look, I don't want to sit there and go, there's always a blessing in these things, because obviously I feel like someone's going to sit there and go, come on, you know. But there is always something that you can take from it, and that is the thing that Spirit want to see in you, is what you're taking from it. What, you know, focus on what it is you're taking from it rather than a place of loss, because if you focus on the loss, you'll attract it, okay? Or you'll attract that kind of fear-based energy. So, and it's not, look, this is not an easy thing to do. I'm not saying this is going to take you 3 days and oh yeah, you've got it all done. This is a lifelong learning process with these things. So just be gentle and kind to yourself, because this isn't easy. You know, be compassionate with yourself, because they want to give you that. They want to give you that compassion. They want to give you that love, but just make sure you're acknowledging it in yourself. Okay, guys? So I hope this has helped, okay? Thank you for all your likes and subscriptions. It is a massive appreciate. I really appreciate it. I can't even speak. I really appreciate it. I do post videos Monday to Friday. If you do want to request a certain pick a card video, obviously by all means put it in the comments. This is a timeless reading, so whatever point in time you watch this video, this will be valid, depending on what pile you'll pick, obviously. If you do want to get in contact with me, information is in the description box. And have a wonderful evening, day, night, wherever you are in the world. I'm sending you my very best wishes here. I wish all the very best for you guys, and take good care of yourself. Bye. Hi, pile 3. This is going to be your pick a card reading for what your angels, guides, ancestors, spirit team, anyone who has your highest and best interest, what messages they would like to give to you. And obviously I haven't seen these cards yet, so I'm just going to turn them over very quickly. When I did obviously do the shuffling here, I was making notes of certain things. Okay, so I did pick up a few messages while I was shuffling, and here are these messages first of all. Okay, so I'm hearing someone say about leaving the oven on. Someone left the oven on. Now, I don't know if this is a message for you, because maybe you're cooking something at the moment. You need to go and check the ovens off. But I also did get something about a grandmother, a link to the name Betty. So it could have been that maybe she had an accident with the oven. And if that is not the case, then maybe if she's currently here still, maybe go check on her, because I feel like it could be a memory issue with this lady. That's what I'm getting from that. Let's have a look what else. Yeah, we had one card that absolutely was determined to fly out the deck within the space of 3 minutes. I didn't even get a chance to use the affirmations on the cards and sort of get the right information. But this card absolutely was determined to fly out the deck. This is the Knight of Cups card. And it says, committed romantic relationships being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. And they're all giggling. So it could be that you've got someone around you that is making you feel like that. It could be a secret admirer. It could be a love offering, but it could be a water sign energy. But it's like there's someone here that is determined to show you that energy. Now, if it hasn't already come in, it probably will do very shortly. All right, so let's get to the cards here. There's also, I want to say there's a very strong link around Egypt at this time, but I'll go into that in a second. Right, let's have a look here. Let's have a look at the cards. Yeah, look, we've got a lot of... where do I want to begin here? Where do I want to begin? Let's begin with this one. Okay, so we had the Knight of Cups. Now we've also pulled the Father of Cups, which is the King of Cups. Now this could be someone who is maybe, you know, you share children with them. It could also be a water sign, Aries, could be an Aries, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. This could be the Knight of Cups that at a later stage develops into the Father of Cups, because we've also got the Four of Wands here. Okay, this is the Divine Union card, so this could be divine masculine, could be, you know, your sort of significant other, or they could be two different peoples, because we've also got the Not For You card, all right, and then we've got the Truth Be Told. Okay, so it feels like maybe one of these individuals could be wearing a mask that isn't maybe being as honest, and therefore they're not for you. But the Spirit are just saying you must check over the details. They're saying do not graze over the, you know, information you're getting. Make sure that you're really tuning into your gut instinct, because someone is not listening here. It could be that you're maybe being very defensive around the information. Nine of Wands. You must make sure that you are acknowledging certain information here, because it's going to really help you. All right, we've also got the Magician in the mirror in the reverse, so this is also about sort of manifestation here. It's about not acknowledging a truth or a manifestation ability that you may have, so they're asking you to look into that as well. We've also got here the Rebel card. Okay, this is the Rebel conspiracy card. I'm going to read it from the book, but this is, they're saying this is really valid for your situation. It says, if you receive this card, then you are caught in one of the deepest and most destructive conspiracies. It is the root of your greatest problem, patterns, and setbacks. It hides levels of tantrum, passive aggression, and bad attitude. It is an aspect of you that allies with the dark instead of the light. It is now time to give up this in favour of happiness. It is time to remember that there is spirit and oneness, then it cannot change or be changed. It is eternal. You can only dream of separation. You can only dream that eternity has been lost and that you are doing time. You are still in the mind of God. You are still in as God created. You are still as God created you, in the wholeness and innocence of spirit. For a happier, easier life, it is essential you let go of the rebel conspiracy, as it breeds the independence and competition. Subtly or not so subtly, these attacks those around you. You could have the love and success that comes with ease if you chose bonding instead. Recognize that as you evolve and step forward, you not only succeed more, but also pull up deeper layers of the mind for healing. Again and again, you will find layers where rebel conspiracies are blocking your happiness and your abundance. The rebel conspiracy is a fight against yourself, your purpose, others, and God. What the rebel conspiracy costs is too big a price to pay for the pride and fantasies of grandiosity. It is time to let go and realise your greatness and have providence-filled life. So again, I feel like it could be in relation to one of these maybe love partners. Now this again is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest. If you don't resonate with that, either pick another pile or, you know, listen to the other information. I don't know how many times I've got to say that, but there's still always one person that's like, I'm going to just thumbs down this video, and I'm like, okie doke. So the next card here we've got is Sacrifice, which is the 39 card Spiracy. All right. What are you sacrificing in your blessings here? What are you not acknowledging? Because it's saying here, if you receive the card, you're being asked to reflect on your life and recognize where you give but do not receive, where you do things for others but do not give to yourself, and where your fear of intimacy and success leads you to hide in sacrifice. You're being asked to give up your sacrifice conspiracies in exchange for love and equality. Giving and receiving would lead to success and happiness, no matter what stage you're at. In your giving, you know yourself, while in sacrifice conspiracy, you hide from yourself. Your sacrifice conspiracy does not pay off your guilt as you hope to do. Instead, it increases it. When you feel unworthy, you may use sacrifice conspiracy to try and prove that you do belong. But remember that anything you try to prove, you do not really believe. Sacrifice is just a defense that leads to the very thing it is trying to prevent. You could have equality, mutuality, and intimacy instead. Sacrifice is a delay that covers the fear of your gifts and the next step. It is tied in with the family conspiracy, which makes it look as though there is no way out. The sacrifice conspiracy is the biggest cause of burnout. Burnout in turn leads to independence conspiracy. Today, choose true giving and the natural receiving that comes from it. Okay, and then the last one is the shadow conspiracy. Okay, before we get on to the really positive messages. Obviously there's no light without dark. We have to be realistic here. Not always the guides, you know, sometimes they want to give some really hard messages to hear, and it's part of the journey. As everyone, we're all here to learn, you know, so don't take it too, I feel like maybe sort of keep an open mind with these things. Don't sort of beat yourself up about it. Just try and look at, you know, how you can move forward with it. It says, if you receive this card, know that at least one of your shadow figures has become a chronic problem. Take a minute to reflect about your life. Are you fighting with someone or judging them to the point of obsession? Is there some aspect of yourself that you hate? All of these can point to self-judgment, shadow figures that have become conspiracies. With a shadow conspiracy, there is a number of ways to proceed. Ask yourself what kind of shadow conspiracy you have. Then ask yourself how many of each kind you have. Some of the ways to heal them are: turn them over to your higher mind or your angel to get rid of them for you. Imagine all of your shadows melting into you. As they do, see the energy become positive and provide a future antidote to such problems. This integration will connect the wires of the heart and the mind that has been cut. Melt all your shadow figures together into one giant shadow figure, realizing that it is not solid, only a hologram. Step into it. It is hiding a gateway of initiation. Go through the gateway. Most of the time, the place you end up is a beautiful and transcendent. You have recovered a part of your mind that was lost to you. In the rare event that it is a dark place, ask your higher mind to heal it and clean it up. And then the last option is place your shadow conspiracies in God's hands and ask that they be replaced by love and light. When this is complete, you will have removed the invisible wall that is blocking you and healed the power struggle that came about when you projected one of your shadows on someone. So again, we've got Goblin here, the wounded human ego. So are you in some kind of love triangle, love rectangle that you're sort of essentially pushing against, and you don't want to see the information, and actually what you're blocking is, you know, this true abundance coming forward, this Four of Wands, you know, this figure, this divine masculine or feminine, take it as it resonates. Just obviously have a look into that and see if it resonates. But again, the Magician in the mirror, there's something that may not be recognized or acknowledged here with it being in the reverse. Okay, we also got the Sphinx card, so there could be ties to ancient Egypt. All right, with this card it says, within the temple of Poseidon, a gigantic statue of a Sphinx guarded the eastern gate. This generic animal represented purity and contains the record for all of the universes, which could only be accessed by the high priest and priestesses. The current Sphinx in Egypt is its earthly equivalent, and we can re-energize its power by living in love, harmony and cooperation. Keep secrets. Your guidance is to maintain silence until it is appropriate for you to divulge information. The Sphinx may indicate that you must keep your own or other people's secrets to prove that others can trust you. Or it may suggest that it's time for you to look within to access your wisdom, then share it appropriately. Keep your own counsel and the secret of others. Okay, that's the message with that card. There could also be ties to, as I say, Egypt within a past life here. And then the other card from the Atlantis Oracle deck is Nourishment. Okay, and it says, in the Golden Age, the people grew all their food with love. They played soothing music to the plants and placed special crystals amongst them, with the result that their fruit and vegetables contained the maximum cosmic and nutritional energy. They ate simple, local, fresh produce and shared everything they grew. All food was blessed before it was eaten. Furthermore, they ate slowly and appreciated every mouthful. As a result, they were radiating healthily. Your food. Your guidance is to watch what you eat, for your physical body must be pure to enable you to carry more light for your pathway ahead. Simple, fresh, locally grown produce is the most effective in enhancing your cosmic energy. Eat slowly and appreciate the taste, texture and smell. Remember to bless all your food and drink. Prepare your body for the work ahead. Okay, so just make sure by you nourishing yourself, you're also open to sort of that pure nourishment from the universe. Okay, and then as a last message from Spirit, and this is potentially from ancestors and loved ones in Spirit, they say, never forget that you are loved. Love never dies. It's an eternal energy here that they want to make sure that you are aware of. Okay, you also had the Guardian, Artemis the Guardian. It says you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. Okay, and then we also had the Arts card, okay, which says express yourself through creative activities. Okay, so let's just see if I wrote anything, other energies down, and then we're going to go to Spirit and see what else they wanted to say for pile 3. Okay, so for each of Yeah, each of the Atlantis cards, each of you pick one of these, because this isn't going to apply to all of you. You're either going to resonate with one, so either the Sphinx card or the Nourishment card. That was one thing they wanted to say. I also got a lot of confusion when I was shuffling these cards, to the point where they were all, because what I tend to do is I set my intention and then I shuffle the cards, and obviously I ask for, you know, them to come forward and let me know if a card flies out, do I take it, do I keep it? I was trying to wait for them to sort of give me that insight. They were all arguing, they were all discussing and arguing, and they couldn't agree on the subject. Then I took some cards and left others. It's because there's a general confusion with you guys, and obviously everyone's different. So in the end, I got a spokesperson to come forward and give me one for everyone, right? That was the most trusted, who had the highest and best interest of everyone at heart. That was the most highest level, because there is a hierarchy up there. Yeah, it was like they were all kind of chipping in and giving different information. So if you feel a general level of confusion, I kind of feel like they're just saying there's something you need to let go of, because it's like you're not, again, there's this rebel energy. Maybe you're not listening to these guides, and they're so, because they were, even the guides were getting frustrated. There was a heck of a lot of anxiety going around as well when I was pulling these cards, all right? There was one card in particular, which was the Magician in the Mirror, which was that kind of, in fact, they want me to read from this as well. I'm listening to when they say to read, by the way, in case you're sat there going, she's only reading from the cards, if she's not actually doing the reading herself. Well, I am, but I'm also honouring the guides, because it's up to them what I do. I'm only the spokesperson. You know, I'm not egocentric enough to believe that it's all about me. Let's have a look. It was in the reverse position, this Magician in the Mirror. Alright. This is reverse, okay? It says, in the card in reverse indicates your life may be in disarray at the moment, and possibly by the hands of someone else. So if this is a love interest, oh, no, because we've got all these guides arguing as well what you should be doing. This is not good, because honestly, I had one person step forward in the end to give a spokesperson energy of this whole reading, because there was just, everyone was chipping in, everyone was arguing with it. And I was like, is this, what's going on? Like, why are they all arguing? It's because of this, what's going on here in the three-dimensional realm. If there is a person ruffling up your life, learn that you don't need that toxicity and release that person out of your life. Okay? If you're finding that you're losing hope with no direction, then reassess your goals and adjust what you need to that doesn't cause overwhelm, and get yourself on track. Meditate on it and ask for guidance. You're also shutting off your guides' energy, because they were literally like bombarding me to the point where they were arguing with each other, arguing with me, and I'm just kind of like, this is spirit guides. If this is the spirit guides, what are you guys going to be doing? Because they're a reflection of us, essentially, because obviously they are providing us the most highest and most needed insights. If they're arguing, this is not good. All right? Truth be told, not for you. There is someone you need to let go of, right? And don't forget, you've got the rebel conspiracy. You might be sitting there going, oh, she don't know what she's doing. That's fine. I'll let you figure it out for yourselves, you know? If you know, don't live by me. If you feel like this is really not resonating, then don't take it. But if you feel like actually kind of I have really been rebelling about maybe spiritual advice, maybe the guides have been giving you absolutely ridiculous signs, and you're just like, nah, we'll just keep going with it. You know, just let go, because something is definitely not for you here, and it's affecting a lot of other things. And don't forget, you pulled the Guardian card. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. So there is someone here that is looking out for you. And because it's Artemis, this is a spiritual warrior, okay? She does not take prisoners, but she is shooting her shot at the right target. If you're going to shoot your shot, do it towards the right thing and check the details, okay? And I'm just hearing from my guide, they're not going to listen. Someone is not going to listen to this information. They want you to reach this very safe, secure, serene, loving environment, this home, okay? They want you to reach that, but they want you to listen to the right information and to proceed with care, okay? Let me just listen to what they're saying now. I'm going to go to my guide, because I'm just, everyone else is arguing still. Proceed with care, okay? I'm also hearing that one or two of you might be rushing into a commitment and haven't checked the details, and there's someone else that person's got. I'm just going to put it out there, all right? Again, you're going to know if this is you as well. You're going to sit there and go, this is me, isn't it? Yes. Look before you leap, they're saying. Check all of the information with a fine-tooth comb. You are going to find something out that way that is going to save you a world of difficulty. Again, that might just be for one or two of you. I'm just listening to what they're saying because they know best. The chances are the quicker that you release this, actually you will find the happiness that you want, all right? You are worthy of that. Remember that at all times. Release guilt, okay? This is another thing they're saying, really. Make sure you're releasing the guilt. You have to proceed in your own life as if you have a carefree attitude towards your own happiness, because there's some energy here that is so determined to, like, I want this, even if it doesn't serve my highest self. I want this, I want this. Don't forget the shadow card, the rebel card, and the sacrifice. What are you sacrificing for your own benefit? Because you think it's going to serve you, but actually it's taking you the opposite way. All right? Anything else, Spirit? That's all. Okay, guys, so hopefully that's been of some assistance. Thank you so much for listening and obviously watching. It does mean a lot to me. Thank you for your subscriptions and your likes. It means a lot as well. I do post videos Monday to Friday. Next video will be Monday. If you want to leave a suggestion as to what the next pick a card reading would be, I'm all open to suggestions. If you want to contact me, information is in the description box. And have a wonderful day, evening, wherever you are in the world. Take very good care of yourselves. Okay, they're sending you their love and their support, and they want you to know, don't forget you're loved. Love never dies. All right, you are loved. You are worthy of this. Okay, guys, so hopefully that's helped. Take a very good care of yourselves. Speak soon. Bye. Hi, pile 4. This is going to be what messages, information that your spirit team, so guides, helpers, star family, ancestors who have your highest and best interest, what is it they most want you to know? Okay, so what messages they have. Okay, so I'm just turning over the cards. Obviously I haven't looked at these cards. I did shuffle them earlier, and I also channeled some other information as I was shuffling them and made note of them, so I'll go over those in a minute. Just getting all the cards out. You had a heck of a lot of cards that were pulled. Some of them, there was from different decks, were, you know, multiple cards. Quite a few cards here. There's no space. Let me see quickly. Sorry, guys. Let's have a quick look. Right, and I can feel your guides are also stepping forward as well, which is brilliant. Let's just pull that one. Oh, wow, you've got some really good cards here. Okay, let's have a look. Let's move this out of the way. Oh, wow, guys, you've got some really beautiful cards here. Okay, so I'm going to go to my notes, and for pile 4. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to say here is I was picking up, I don't know if this is all of you, some of you, and again, I'm picking up again, it's like a head cold, or I don't know if it's just like a cough or a cold, or there's something around my head. It's like, it feels like a head cold. And they're talking here about vitamins, making sure you're taking your vitamins, looking after yourself. Obviously, this is not to say you're going to get a cold, but if you have those symptoms when you watch this video, obviously this is a timeless video. And again, this is a general video. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. As with any general video, obviously there are several people, however many people watching this. I'm trying to give messages for everyone here, and it's not going to resonate exactly every message for absolutely every single person who watches. So, okay, so yeah, I've got a lot of headachy kind of energy that was coming forward. And I have to say, this was the page of Ariel, page of wands here. This card didn't know what it wanted to do. It flew up, and then I picked it up and it flew down. Then it flew, and I was like, the heck is going on here? It just didn't know what to do with itself. Now, page of Ariel. Now, this is the page of Pentacles. So it could be that you've got an offer that's, someone, an offer, a job, something that is coming towards you that is either inconsistent or has not decided what it wants. Now, this is also, because it's Pentacles, it's a bit of a slow offer, so this might not be apparent immediately at the time you watch this video, but it says An excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Scholarships or the pursuit of education. Time to get to work, okay? So again, take it as it resonates. But it's like, it also stands for reliable, clever, educated and balanced. So it could be that you are umming and ahhing about a course of education and you haven't quite decided what you want to do. And I'm hearing, go for it. You can do it, okay? You can do it. I want to sneeze as well at the moment. I feel like I need to sneeze. Again, we've also got the education card here, all right? So maybe your guides are like, they're not, yeah, they're just saying, they're not listening. They can do this, but they feel like they can't. Because that page of Pentacles land on the upright position, it does signify that it will be successful, and I'm even hearing success. We've also got the action card here, okay? So you must take action. Don't delay. They're saying don't delay, don't delay. Just listen to what they're saying. We've got a general level of confusion here with the moon overall. Again, it could be that you're still undecided. Now, if this is not about education, it just feels like there's an offer. Because we've also got the 3 of Pentacles here. This is about working together with people. Working in unison, I'm hearing. Working with a partnership or a partner. Maybe you're deciding to do a business venture with someone that you haven't quite decided. They're just saying action, go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it, go. That's all they're saying over and over and over and over and over again. We've also got here the round and round card. So again, this very strong indecision. Again, with that head energy that I was getting, it was like there just wasn't a decision being made, all right? And it could even be a health issue that was essentially kind of coming up from that indecision, because maybe you're not looking after yourself because you're so undecided. Okay, again, we've got the thinker card here. It's like that you're very much in your head. It's like, well, what about your heart center? What does your heart want? Are you afraid of doing this because there's a fear of failure here going on? They're saying yes. They're saying yes. This didn't work out before, so they're worried about doing it again. Okay, so I'm going to pull... This was the conspiracy card that I pulled, which is the independent dependent card. Okay. This was the card that was pulled here. I'm going to read it from the book because it probably will resonate. And as you can see, this is 2 people that are kind of bound to each other here. So I'm just going to read it from the book. See what the messages are. They do want me to read from the book. So if you receive this card, it is important for you to appreciate the role of your partner in acting out for both of you. If you're the independent partner, joining your partner can help you regain your heart and your feelings. You can take the relationship on to the next step by valuing your partner, reaching out to them, pulling them up to where you are. You will then reap the celebration and reward of the next step. If you are in the dependent position, you can let go of the needs, attachment and complaints. You can give to your partner instead of trying to take from them. You can make your partner more important than your pain, needs or indulgence, just as they can make you more important than their disassociated defense by reaching out to you. To heal the conspiracy, it's important to recognize that your partner is acting out on your hidden side. Communication can bridge the differences. Alternatively, you can integrate both of these positions within yourself to bring a new balance. If you can both become aware of the conspiracy you are in and commit to each other, to equality and to the next step, then you will move out of your roles and through the conspiracy. This key step can be a recurrent stumbling block unless you heal it. You can still review this crucial lesson as the relationship progresses, but healing the conspiracy will bring a new level of bonding and a genuine relationship. If not, it may lead to heartbreak. This is the #1 issue that feeds the power struggle stage in the relationship. So yeah, just be aware that if this resonates with you, it could well be a signifactor of, again, because we've got the 4 of Wands here in the reverse. It's like this might need to be overcome, because again, we've also got the Death card here, okay, and we've also got the New Beginnings card in reverse, which is the Fool card. So it could well be that until that stumbling block is being acknowledged, and again, that could be where the Page of Pentacles comes in, where they're trying to offer something, or you're trying to offer something, they're not acknowledging it, and vice versa again. So just see if that resonates with you. Okay, now we've also got the King of Pentacles here and the King of Cups. All right, now this again, King of Pentacles could be an earth sign, and King of Cups could be a water sign. King of Pentacles could be a stable commitment, and King of Cups could be maybe the father of your children. It could be that you're maybe, in and out and going round and round. trying to determine what your options are. One sec. Someone's throat chakra is majorly blocked here. One sec. Sorry about that, guys. Someone really wants to communicate the truth. They're saying they're not able to. They don't feel in a position to be able to do that. Many different reasons. Everyone will be different. So we've also got here the Knight of Cups, right? And we've got the King of Cups here. So maybe this is, again, take it as it resonates. It could be that someone maybe is coming towards you in a bit more of a slightly, maybe they're in different, there's a difference in age. Maybe they're not as mature as you are. But then we've also got the King of Cups. So it's like they're saying it's one and the same person. So this behaviour, again, from this independent-dependent conspiracy, could be affected them to transition into that King of Cups energy to give you that Four of Wands, all right? And now, interestingly, we've also got the Page of Swords here and also the Daughter of Swords, okay? Now, this is another thing. It's like, this is 2 pages. So it could be that maybe you're concerned about people discussing your relationship. It could be that this person's in and out all the time. It could be many different things. But again, look to see whether or not that conspiracy, that independent-dependent conspiracy applies to this situation, because there's 2 of them here. It could be that this is blocking them from coming forward with a solid offer as the King of Pentacles and making a commitment. And again, the Four of Wands being in that reverse position. Okay. Now, again, we've also got here, let's have a look what other cards we've got. Yeah, we've got boundaries. We've got the boundaries card. All right. So, again, make sure that you're not just letting people come in and out and then just doing what they want. Again, see if it applies to that conspiracy. It says, love yourself enough to say no to others. Demands on your time and energy. All right. And then here as well, receptivity. This is Hathor, the Hathor card in the Goddess deck by Doreen Virtue. It says, allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition energy with the ability to give to others. And then to confirm this, we've also got the 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron, which is the 3rd eye chakra. So what is it you're not seeing here? You know, you're trying to use your head, but it's like, could be that you're blocking that by overthinking things. It could be to do with love, could be to do with this venture or this contract, or this, there could be there could be a third party involved. But they're saying release it, just release it, look after you, kind of, because I feel like there's a worry so much that there's a concern from spirit here that you're burning yourself out a little bit by trying to think of all the answers. Regroup, come back within, try and figure out how you feel about everything, and then look at it later, but feel it out, really feel it out. Because that we've got here the Merlin card, which is about justice, balance, alchemy, you know. So maybe sort of look at maybe doing a bit of healing towards your past. Maybe this is about a past situation that is affecting how you're viewing the situation. But they're asking for balance. This definitely needs balance, this situation, because it's like it feels like there's a block. It feels like there's a little block with this, the way that this is maybe going round and round and round and round and round in circles, or maybe you're sort of so intently thinking about this that it's, the answer's not coming because it's like you're very much in your head sort of centre with it. Okay. See, look, we've even got here the Earth Fairy, physical health, grounding, foundations. And again, it's confirming you must look after your physical health. You must ground yourself here. Take it a step at a time. Don't rush into anything. Just try and, you know, don't run before you can walk. If the foundation isn't right, make sure you're building it up in a solid way, in order for that kind of, that Page of Swords transition to the Knight of the King of Pentacles, or in order for what was the other card? The Knight of Cups, in order to transition to that King of Cups or that King of Pentacles. But it's like that there is a potential here for this to develop, but because we also, don't forget, we've got the Page of Wands as well. So there's 3 very young energies here. It'll be different for everyone that want to transition to that, and either they're just not right and you just need to reground yourself and relook at the situation with a balanced mindset, be open to receive input from the guides, and then taking it a step at a time. Okay. Now, again, they are assuring that if you were to do this, there is movement around this. Okay, you can change the situation. You can have victory in all this. There is a victorious outcome to all this. This isn't just doom and gloom. You know, they're just trying to give you the help that you need. But the guides are just saying they're not listening. They just weren't listening. There is a victory that is behind this. Okay. Now the other messages we got here, we've got the healing card here, which is in the Atlantis deck. Okay, and it says, in Golden Atlantis, people were natural healers, but those who were specially gifted were trained to become clear channels for divine energy. They worked in the healing temples. In the early days, healer priests only needed to balance the chakras, but later, as karma started to accrue, people needed more help to stay healthy. Sound, colour, geometric shapes, herbs and crystals were used to facilitate healing. Laser light passed through the crystals were used for psychic surgery. Be a healer. This card reminds you that there are people who need your help. So it is time to develop, hone or practice your healing abilities. It also suggests that you may need a boost of spiritual, Reiki or emotional healing to raise your light levels. Totally agree. Okay, we've also got the nature card here. Again from the same deck. Okay, and it says, the Golden Atlanteans honoured every aspect of the natural world, understanding that everyone and everything is part of source. Humans, animals and nature worked together, and there was no fear between the species. Plants reciprocated with a bountiful harvest. Animals gave their produce freely and lovingly. Recognizing the divine uniqueness of all life forms, the people never tried to alter or interfere with the genetic blueprint of life. Uniqueness. This card reminds you to recognize and honor your uniqueness and that of everyone else. Consciously contribute to the well-being of the natural world and notice how people, animals and plants respond to you. Your guidance is to check that your thoughts, words and deeds are harmless and well-intentioned. Then your rewards will be bountiful beyond your expectations. It is time to harvest your abundance here. Amazing. Okay, and then also from the same deck that flew out, all three of them, and I checked with the guys and they said, no, take all three of them please. And I said, okay, will do. Love of animals. In Golden Atlantis, people were aware that animals incarnated on Earth to learn, experience and teach just as humans do. Animals were honoured and respected as equals, and everyone communicated telepathically with them. Some came to serve us, offering their produce or help. Others projected humans or offered companionship. Humans and animals practice harmlessness, one of the highest qualities that can be attained. Be harmless. It says, if you draw this card, your guidance is to connect with an animal today. Consider what you are learning from it and maintain an attitude of harmlessness as you telepathically offer greetings. Stay open for a response, a message or a sense of connection, for an animal wishes to communicate something that will help you. Very true. And if it's not animals, it will be guides as well. Okay, because it's like, again, I'm just feeling like my head is not able to receive that third eye kind of, again, that telepathic information, and there is that energy waiting to come through. All right, now this is the other messages they wanted to give. It says wishing well, which is obviously that real, there's a major abundance here that is there's a potential, okay, that you can tap into, that they're wanting you to tap into, but it's about getting the basics done, getting the foundations done. And if you don't resonate with that information and you think you're already there, then brilliant, put it to practice, because you will be very successful. Because we've also got the Sun card, which is radiance, which is enlightenment. Okay, very, very strong energy. So again, it could be that they're saying yes, it could be that your guides are wanting you to sort of heal this energetically around the health, around the emotional issues, because actually you will also be, potentially you're an empath and maybe you're a healer, maybe that's something that you're meant to be doing. But there's a very strong source energy that is waiting to, obviously, you to essentially be the channel for, in order to help others, or in order for you to rectify the situation and to have that clear step forward. They're saying it's an unlimited resource, and please utilize that, because they'd like for you to utilize that, because you're a very powerful being in that sense. Okay, and it says here to confirm, this is the Messages from Heaven communication card deck by Jackie Newcomb. It says, you're a star, step into the spotlight where you belong. I mean, I don't know what else I need to say for that rep there. And it says, and this is the most amazing card ever, if I didn't need to sort of say anything else, it says, make room for that happy ending. It's within your grasp. It's now within your grasp. All right, don't underestimate yourselves. Don't confine yourself into a situation or a construct or a preconceived idea about anything, because otherwise you are limiting that energy, and that is where that potential health situation is boxing you in. Now obviously, if there is a health concern here, you must seek advice from your doctor. Alternatively, I do offer healing. Message me for a donation. It's done for a donation. I'm just waiting to see what else they want to say here with these cards and this energy for pile 4. You must reconnect with yourself at this time, because there's things, it's like your energy's been expelled so much in other directions here, that it's like you're missing yourself. You're missing certain ideas and energies that they're giving you to you. I've got ancestors that are trying to get through, and I've also got spirit team that are trying to help you build this resource, that help you build yourself. They're saying it's being missed, though. There's something they're missing. It's going to be different for everyone, but let me just see what else I want to say. Yeah, it's like your energy is like kind of your I feel like one or two of you might be holding yourselves back for fear of either being different, or fear of success, or fear of recognition, or being seen, or again, you are a star, step into the spotlight where you belong. It could be that you don't want that, and that you'd rather keep sort of working behind the scenes. That's fine, but your spirit team is saying that they're supporting you with that, and there is justice with this. Don't forget you had the victory card as well. Okay, so very strong messages here, very, very, very strong energy. Let's see what else they wanted to say for pile 4. Yeah, there was an anxiety card that was trying to flip out, and it was like, oh no, this is for another pile. But that I feel like there was a certain level of anxiety as well around this energy, that it's kind of, it's like it's bottling you into a certain position, they feel, that is not allowing you to be free. And they want me to look at this Page of Wands card. It just feels like there's a contract, a work situation, an area of study or development. Now, the study could be to be doing healing, but there's something about that where you're working with other people and you're utilizing some, learning, you're learning something in order to progress into a really positive, acknowledgement here that is going to really benefit you, and actually is meant for your path, meant for your, like a mission, a soul mission of some sort. But it's like, again, we've got the round and round card here. You're not, maybe you're focusing on other things. Maybe you're focusing on love, and you're not so much focused on you and your own development. Because they're saying, yes, spot on. They're not focusing on that. They're focusing on all these other things. They're focusing on the external. They need to draw their energy back and to really reassess everything. So, again, we've got obviously the end of the year coming up. This is going to be the last month of the 2010s. Decade. All right, huge transitional energy. Do not underestimate this energy, but also equally do not underestimate yourselves. Again, is this dependence energy that they were talking about earlier, is it that you don't want to stand out because you want to be like everyone else? Is it because you want to keep restricted because you're scared of how you'll be seen? Step out anyway. Step out of it anyway, because the chances are it is going to release so much other energy that will bring so much more things to you. Because essentially what's going on here, if you're holding yourself back, the other energy will be held in a certain way, which won't allow anything else to come through, or maybe won't allow other blessings to come through. Yeah, it says make room for your happy ending. Just clear out what doesn't serve you, guys. Okay, it's now within your grasp. Okay, so guys, this was your reading for pile 4. Hopefully that's been of some assistance. If it wasn't, I don't know what to say really. These readings take me like usually about 3 hours to do. It's a free reading. I mean, I don't know what else to say to you. So thank you so much for all your likes and subscriptions. It's massively appreciated. I do post videos Monday to Friday. Next video will be Monday. If you want to suggest a pick a card, I'm open to information and suggestions. If you need to contact me, information is in the description box. Have a wonderful day, week, wherever you are. This was a timeless reading. This will resonate, or should resonate, for whatever point in time you watch it. Okay. And yeah, have a wonderful day, week, wherever you are. Take good care of yourselves. Make sure you're looking after your health. Make sure you wrap up warm, again, depending on where you are. And make sure that you take care of yourselves. Many blessings, guys. Thank you. Hi, pile 5. This is going to be what messages, insight that your spirit team, for the good of your higher self, would like to give. So ancestors, loved ones and spirits, star family, anyone who has your highest and best interest, what messages, guidance, insight that they would like to give you. So I'm just turning over the cards. I haven't seen these cards. I'm just going to try and absorb what kind of information they're giving, and then we'll start the reading. I did also pre-shuffle these cards, and I do have some information that I wrote down to make sure that I remembered to give you in the reading. So I'll just go to my notebook. Okay, so let's have a look. There's this very intense energy with this pile, first of all. Very, very intense energy here, okay? There was also a lot of confusion around this energy. Some of the energy felt very kind of, I'm hearing misguided. It's like maybe you felt someone's misguided you, or you've been misguided, something around that. Yeah, it was very, very, very strong energy here. Let me just go to the card that they're trying to talk about here. One sec. Yeah, it's like this card here came from the energy deck. It was anxiety in the reverse. And it's like, it could have been that you've come out of that anxiety, or you're trying to get out of that anxiety. It's because of, they're talking about either keeping or leaving a situation. It's like someone's in mixed minds about keeping or leaving a situation. They don't know what to do. Confusion over and over and over again. Yeah, there was also an energy where the guides at one point in time were all kind of, and the ancestors and all these other people were in a lot of it's like they were trying to give so much information through, because some people definitely weren't listening, that they were kind of all arguing about what to give, what card not to take. For some reason my left eye's gone all weird now. I don't know what that's about. Could be that you might need to go and get an eye test or something. That's how I feel I want to say that. They're saying yes. But I ended up having to get a spokesperson through, because everyone was arguing, and I'm like, I don't know what to do, just give me the right information and then I'll deliver it, Okay, so this is the information that came through. All right. There's a lot of fear with you guys. And again, this is a general reading. If it doesn't resonate with you, if certain parts of this reading don't resonate, or none of it resonates, either pick another pile, or pick another video, or pick another reader. So anyway, fear. There was a really strong, it really hit me while I was shuffling the cards. I was kind of like, whoa. This nervous, anxious energy, very intense. Someone doesn't know whether to take or leave something. Someone doesn't know. It was just like there was a heck of a lot of energy coming through. So before I get to the brilliant messages, obviously we have light and dark within us. You can't get to these readings and have all love and light, because otherwise, where's the helpfulness in that? We want to be uplifted, but we also want reality as well, don't we? In my opinion, and theirs as well. So first of all, we've got the Feeling Unwanted Conspiracy card, okay? This is certainly a card that it's like, is there an energy of where there's a rejection or a perceived rejection? I'm going to read it from the book as per their guidance. I just want to read you this, because these cards are, this is the Czech Spazano Healing Cards Conspiracy deck. For me personally, these cards are amazing, because it is absolutely just getting right to the heart of it. It says, if you receive this card, you're being asked to take a look at your life from a whole new perspective. Since rejection is actually a projection, re-examine your life to see if it was really you who did not want your parents. If you choose acceptance instead, you will move on from and let go of that event, putting it into perspective so that it is no longer a painful event in your life. This will win back your confidence and irresistibility. Under every conspiracy lies a soul-level gift that can heal yourself and your parents. This gift is one of the key gifts necessary for your purpose. Once you give the gift or gifts to your parents to free them from pain, you will know that you have this gift to help free everyone. It is important to remember that every conspiracy hides significant gifts that can help you and make your life easier, while at the same time helping others. Healing this conspiracy helps you to achieve your purpose to a greater degree. When you begin to have that irresistibility energy in the feelings, who could not love me? Then you have begun to transcend the illusion of the feeling unwanted conspiracy. Okay, so is there something deemed, okay, it could also be reflected in your relationships, this conspiracy here, that is not allowing you to really embrace what is meant for you, because you've got a perceived rejection here that you need to release. Okay, because we've also got the karma card here. Okay, so maybe this is a pattern of behavior that is ingrained into you, and they're not trying to, blooming punish you because you don't deserve it. They're trying to make sure that you release it release the fear of this, because it's going to serve your highest and best interest. All right. Now, this is the thing. We've also pulled the High Priestess card. So there is obviously something that you're very aware of. You're obviously very, very highly in tune, okay? Because we've also got the Three of Swords. So there's obviously something around you that is causing heartbreak, causing that pain. Does it relate to this feeling unwanted energy that maybe was brought from childhood that you need to release, okay? We've also got here the King of Swords in the reverse. So someone trying to make a decision. You could be involved in a third party situation, all right? But we've also got the Magician. So not only do you have the power to manifest the changes here, you also have the power to manifest your own healing. All right? You also have the power to manifest your own healing. Yes, there's work to do. Okay? Yes, there's work to do. Eight of Pentacles. But it is not out of the realm of possibility. You can have the Two of Cups. You can have this union, but it requires work. Okay? It requires the releasing of these energies. And again, if you don't resonate with that, it just means there's something else that is around this, a perceived rejection that maybe isn't perceived, either they're not right for you or that you're perceiving something that isn't the case. We've also got here the Page of Wands, okay? So this could be something that you are failing to learn. Someone's trying to offer you learning with this. Maybe you want to learn it, but you're not recognizing it because it's too painful to recognize it. Because again, it goes back to feeling this unwanted. Is this a perceived rejection or is this a real rejection? With the relationship card here, I'm going to read this as well, because again, they're asking me to read it, so I'm honouring their wishes. Okay, so it says here, relationship conspiracy. If you receive this card, look closely at your relationships or lack thereof. Where have you used your relationship to hold yourself back rather than to inspire you and give you the fuel necessary to complete your purpose? It is of the utmost importance that you change your relationship goals in your relationship from always being right, defeating your partner, or using them to get your needs met. Investing in your partner and your relationship means it gives it meaning, and your giving will move you, your partner, and the relationship forward. To experience heaven on earth continuously with your partner will take tens of thousands of steps in healing and joining them, but it will be well worth the effort. If you have your higher mind's goal of wholeness and happiness, you will venture yourself continuously. As a result, you will heal the past pain you've experienced in old relationships and in your family, even at ancestral and unconscious levels, which will inspire many people. Your relationship will provide the fire of creativity for both you and your partner, and the power of your relationship will be so that it will provide help to people that you've never even met before. It is time to turn your relationship conspiracy into a power pack that generates love and joy by entering into true relationship with your partner. Commit to your relationship, your partner, your equality, your shared happiness, and your purpose as a couple. Boom. All that glitters. Are you seeing this for what it is? Are you seeing this for what it is? Are you both wearing masks in this situation? Are you then drawing someone else in that's also got that conspiracy, because you're trying to mirror that energy to see, okay? But because you're not seeing it, the Three of Swords. Because you're not making a decision, the King of Swords in reverse. But you can change this, Magician. Okay? We've also got here the second chakra, Archangel Ariel. This is the solar plexus. This is, sorry, not solar plexus. I mean, it could be that as well. But the sacral chakra. Emotions, sexuality, strength. I mean, it's like, it's kind of like it feels like a bit of an attachment going on here. Like you're suppressing, there's like an unworthiness situation, or there's an overeating situation. Or it just feels like there's an emotional imbalance here, that your sacral chakra is out of balance, and it's your emotional center, and you might be a bit inconsistent. It could be because of this heartache. You could have maybe a previous heartache based on these conspiracies that is now being brought into your current situation with the Two of Cups, and that because of that you must, you know, acknowledge these things in order for it to be rectified. Okay, in order for that anxiety to kind of be release totally. All right, but don't forget, We've also got yang energy here. So is there a need for control of this situation? This is very strong masculine energy. So are you, again, with fear? Fear is very much based around that ego and control. Like, do you want to kind of keep everything within your grasp just in case, you know, it sort of slips out of your hands? Release it to spirit. Work on these things. Release it to spirit, because actually what will happen is you will have a change in the wind. There is change coming with this, okay? Because also with that change in the wind, it promises a new life, because the patterns are changing. The patterns are changing with this, all right? Make sure you have compassion with yourself and others. Maybe forgive your parents, forgive yourself, or whatever you feel that is a deemed rejection, or whatever you feel, again, with this heartache. Maybe there's something you need to have compassion about. Maybe that person acted in that way because they also had the same healing to do, but because they weren't aware of it, they projected that onto you. Take it as it resonates. It says, release judgment about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone, okay? We've also got here, we've got the Earth Magic card, all right? There's something here, again, Devic Kingdom, Earth Magic. Maybe you know, you connect with the crystal divas. Maybe you have a very strong connection to crystal divas or other sort of Devic Kingdom entities, but there is definitely that kind of very majestic, very kind of beautiful energy that's ready to come through, but they're just waiting for you to love yourself and to acknowledge and honor yourself. Don't forget, with that Magician card, you've got extraordinarily strong magical gifts and powers, because we've also got the Talisman, all right? This is a very strong path that you're on here, and it just means that sometimes the lessons are a little bit, you know, sort of, let's just say, they're not always the easiest to grasp, or they're not always the easiest to kind of understand, but there is definitely something lucky around your energy that is waiting to be totally encompassed, okay? Now we've also got the Balance card in the Atlantis deck that what they wanted me to show you as well. It says, in the golden days of Atlantis, people never gave without receiving, or received without giving. This meant that no karma was accrued and the balance sheets of life were kept clear. Everything was fair, so the citizens enjoyed a sense of justice and well-being. In the halcyon days, the healer priests were able to keep the inhabitants in optimum health and vitality by simply aligning people's chakras. Keep your life in balance. Your guidance is to find equilibrium in every area of your life. Make sure you give and receive equally, and keep your work and play in balance. To keep your chakras in balance, breathe deeply into any part of your body that feels tense or low in energy. Balance every area of your life. Okay, so again, that sort of coincides with the anxiety card. We've also got the unicorns. Okay, so not only have you got the Devic Kingdom, you've also got very, very clear Atlantean energy. I feel like there's a strong Neptunian or Pisces energy around you. It says, in the golden age of Atlantis, unicorns help maintain purity and divine innocence. These seventh dimensional pure white ascended horses radiated light that looked like a spiraling horn from their third eyes. They could direct a beam of pure energy into people. They are returning now to help our planet to ascend as they touch us with dignity, love, beauty, grace and healing, and reconnect us with soul essence. Purity. If you draw this card, the unicorns wish to connect with you. Find time to be quiet, preferably out in nature. Think about them and allow them to touch you with the qualities of dignity, love, beauty and grace. They may offer you healing or reconnect you to your soul essence. Remain open to a message from them today. Be prepared for unicorn energy to touch you. You've got a lot of energy trying to get through at the moment, guys, because again, it's that fear. Do you keep yourself open, be in that feminine receptive energy? If you're very much in that masculine, rebalance that, recalibrate it into that feminine energy, so you can sit and receive. You know, again, that receptivity is really important. We've also got the High Priestess card here. Okay, and it says, the High Priestesses of Atlantis were highly evolved women who were honoured and revered for their compassion, understanding and selfless service to the people. They embodied feminine wisdom and channeled guidance from the Intergalactic Council for the Development of Atlantis in order to develop their powers and incredibly psychic and spiritual skills. They undertook extraordinary initiations to test themselves and to maintain their sixth dimensional frequency. Intuition. This is the card of feminine power and wisdom. Do not rely on logic or rationale thoughts at this time. If you chose the High Priestess, you are called to use your intuition and psychic gifts. Respond to challenges from within your deepest knowing, for the answers lie within. You're reminded to work with total integrity and compassion. Access your wisdom and listen to the intuition. This is two High Priestess cards here. This is 2 High Priestess cards here. And obviously, if you're very much in your masculine energy, we must rebalance that, recalibrate it in order to receive that intuition as well. 2 of Cups, not only union with yourself, but also with others, okay? They want me to read from the talisman of this deck. So give me 2 seconds to grab the book. Yeah, this is the talisman card in the Enchanted Map Colette Baron Reid tarot deck, okay? They wanted me to read from this. And then we'll go into, after we've sort of reviewed all these other cards, we'll go into their personal messages they want to give once I've delivered all the information that they're wanting me to. It says, a lesson truly learned is crystallized as earned wisdom. You have all you need for the success you seek. It says, wisdom allows you to recognize traps on the road and familiar patterns that you want to avoid. It also enables you to quickly gather information about where you are on your journey. It helps you recognize your allies and know how to find the best routes along the way. Now you're at a place where you know the right things to do and the best choices to make. You really can't commit a mistake. Whatever your inquiry, great fortune awaits you, for you have the wisdom to arrive at the right decision. You've earned your lessons and earned the right to your success. No wonder they wanted me to read from that. That is incredible. What beautiful energy. It's like she's got her back to it. It's like, job done. All right. And then to top it all off, no wonder I kept these last 2 cards to last. It says, let the animals on earth support you. Feel their unconditional love. So you could have a very strong connection to animals here. It could be that that's where you're getting your guidance, your insight, your receptivity to open up that intuition. Maybe that's where you begin. Black cats, very lucky as well, very receptive creatures. Maybe you have a black cat and it's trying to give you messages and you haven't been listening. And last but not least, we've got the Field of Dreams here. Absolutely stunning, this card, okay? This is the Field of Dream card. Again, they're on it with the book reading here today. I never usually read from these books, but they're saying no, please do. So this is the Field of Dreams card with interpretation in the book, okay? It says, your thoughts, feelings and beliefs are always engaged in the vast field of pure potential. This is the perfect time to harness the field of vast potential not yet realised in your life. Great abundance is yours if you're willing to do the work alongside the gentle gardener. Be clear about your thoughts, feelings and beliefs. Concentrate on your best life regardless of the temporary outer conditions imposed upon you by the greater world, which has its own story to tell. You have a basket full of seeds that are quite powerful, for your talents are divinely inspired and will indeed lead you to great harvest to be shared with others. You will reap what you have sown. Dream big, dream beautiful, take action and tend to the garden of your life and experience the extraordinary. Boom. I'm just going to link in with the guys now and see what else they want me to say. There's something around your energies here there's a very beautiful energy that it's like when you, I don't know if it's how you carry out something or how you hold yourself, but there's a very beautifully dignified energy that you have that has to be acknowledged. So it could be how you've handled a situation, but there's something very dignified about your energy. And even if you don't like opening up to people and sort of telling people how you feel, they're recognizing it because they can see it. I feel like I needed to say that to someone. There's a few of you actually. And by the way, I'm just listening to what they're saying. So if I look like I'm staring off into the different direction, it's because I'm just listening intently to what they want to say. Know your own inner truth and understand that inner truth cannot be taken away by absolutely anyone. They just, that's your own truth. They see that truth. They are all seeing, okay? So if you've had potentially a situation, again, could be around family issues that you feel you weren't heard, they are seeing it all, okay? And they do see it and it is being acknowledged. Maybe you've been in a warrior mode and that you've fought the hard fight for so long and they're saying, release this now. Stand down a little bit. Try and come into balance because your blessings are waiting to come forward. All right. Release that fear. Release that fear. They have you. They've got you. Okay. They've got you. They want to support you now. Okay. So where maybe in the earth plane you felt like you've had to strive for yourself and maybe you felt alone, they're saying we are with you at this time. Please have that faith. You must trust yourselves. You're the magician. You can manifest what you need. You can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. Okay, guys? That's all. So guys, hopefully that's been of some assistance to you. I really hope it has. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. All your subscriptions and your likes, it is massively appreciated. I do post videos Monday to Friday. The next video will be now Monday. Again, if you're watching this after the time I've recorded it, is a timeless reading. If you want to leave a note or a comment based on a request for a pick a card, I'm all ears. If you want to contact me, information is in the description box. And have a wonderful day, month, wherever you are. Take good care of yourselves. I really hope this has been of some benefit to you. Many blessings to you guys. Take care.